Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's your boy Kenny Session here. I'm just coming on to do a live show for you guys today. It's been a minute since I've been on, but I wanted to come on today because there's a lot of great things going on in the campaign. I've got a special guest in the studio with me. It's one of my ground. We call him the ground, my ground guy. What do we call? Let me bring him on and so he can tell you what he is. He is the ground captain, and what he does is he goes, he's hanging out with me, most of the day. We've been doing a lot of events together, but I wanted to come on today and just give people an update on the campaign. We do got a lot of great things kicking off. We would that you guys would come in and hang out with me for a couple of minutes. We're just trying to get everything up and right in the studio right now. Let me see, where am I at here, you guys? I think I'm screwing up some kind of way. But let me go ahead and bring my boy on real quick, and then we're going to go from there. But again, we're going to talk about a little bit about the campaign. I want to bring him on. His name is MacArthur. He's one of my ground guys, and we just want to kind of give you guys an update on what we've been doing. We had some very decent events the last couple of days, and we just want to share with you guys. So give me just a second. Mr. MacArthur.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm well, man. How you doing, bro?
Oh, doing great, man. God is good. Doing
Yes, sir.
absolutely fantastic.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, this is Mr. MacArthur. Won't you introduce yourself real quick, and then we're gonna go in and talk a little bit about the campaign. So, won't you tell them a little about yourself and your business, and then we can move on to the next part.
Okay, well, my name is MacArthur. I'm known as MacArthur Tours and Transportation, where I service the Oakland Bay Area community with limousines and buses. I'm also known as MC MacArthur for all my MC that I do on different concerts and events. I have a couple of singing groups, the C Strong Brothers. A lot of people know them. They've been singing for about 40 years in San Francisco, and I'm the manager. And I also have a young group called Untrained Melodies. But my thing that's really kind of close to my heart is the District 6 community, where I have a facility, and it used to be the satellite office for Desley Brooks, and one of my offices in the building. I'm also renovating my building at 5848 Foothill so that I can lease out 10 offices, and we're calling it Black Wall Street. 10 offices for entrepreneurs so that they can have a brick and mortar location uh, in East Oakland, District 6. So basically, that's what I'm doing. District 6 is after my own heart. I'm there to help Kenny because Kenny has the same potential to do what Desley did. And I feel Desley was a real gunfighter. She made some accomplishments. She did things that you could actually see and hold on to, like putting a Walgreens, a restaurant, doctor's office, coffee shop, phone shop, Bank of America. All that is right there in District 6 because of Desley and just a host of other business. Well, Kenny is planning on picking up the mantle. So I'm definitely his support. He called me the street general because everybody in the area know me. I've been there 25 years running my business, and I'm just there to help the community, like Kenny's there to help the community, and
Yeah.
we just trying to solicit your help.
Right, right. Well, you guys, this is Mr. MacArthur. He's been in the District 6 area for many, many, many years. I'm fairly new to the district, MacArthur. I've only been in District 6 for about 4 years. But in the 4 years that I've been there, I've seen a lot of things. I'm sure that, we talked about some of the drug activity around your building and some of the things you've had to do to get it straight around there. You want to talk a little bit about that real quick?
Well, under the leadership of Desley in District 6, we managed to clean up that area a lot. She did a lot. She tore down all those old buildings that was on Seminary and Foothill, them clubs, the Vintage Inn. where you had a lot of violence and gunplay, and they used to call District 6, it was seminary, but they call it cemetery because constantly people were getting shot and killed up there. Well, when Desley came in, we started turning that around. We took, behind my office was a location for drug activity and hangout. We tore all that out and put a park there. Then she tore all that out across the street and put Sweet Fingers and Walgreens and just a host of other business, the coffee shop, and we started cleaning that area up. And our thing was not to actually, you know, incarcerate African Americans that's being oppressed anyway, but we try to help and get people in program and get them in housing so that you don't have these problems off the street. Well, Kenny came along, and his concept is the same, and he walks the streets in the '80s and the '70s and clean up, and we've been building houses and getting people in houses. So I decided that I should throw everything in with him because we both are on the same page and we trying to make a difference in District 6. We want it to be, instead of cemetery, we want it to be a place, a hub for where people can come and say, man, District 6, let me go down there and go to the restaurant or go eat some Jamaican food or go get me some good coffee or go get my medicine and don't feel afraid. That's our aim and that's our goal. And I'm right there with Kenny, supporting him as a street general.
Right. Well, first of all, let me say thank you. I've known MacArthur, I've known of him for many years, and when I decided to run, you just happened to be passing by the day when I told you I'm going to run, and from the very first day, you said, "Man, let me know because I'm with you," and I just want to tell you in front of everybody, I appreciate you. For the folks out there watching, running a campaign is not it's fun. It's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of moving parts that go on. I mean, you've got to be at all the events. Somebody told me before I ran at MacArthur is that I was going to have to be on the street kissing babies and pushing strollers. And that's exactly what it is being turned into when I'm out. That's the fun part of it when you get to go out and meet people in the community and they want to know what can you do for our community? What are your plans for the community? And so I've gotten pretty good at bringing that together for the people. I've got some grand ideas that we want to do. One of those he just mentioned, Sweet Fingers. Sweet Fingers is going to be the center of our district, if you will, at the corner of Foothill and MacArthur Boulevard, and that is where Sweet Fingers is. And so what we've been doing the last, about 3 weeks, we've done it. I think we're coming up on the third week, is we've been doing town hall meetings where we're there every Friday from 6 to 9 o'clock. And you guys can come by and have a cocktail or have some Jamaican food, or if you have some concerns about the community, we want to be there to hear your concerns so that we can go back and come up with solutions for this community. One of the things that I'm looking at doing is right there at Sweet Fingers after the election is over, is we're going to do a massive, massive street clean right there. My goal is to clean up at least those 2 or 3 blocks right around Sweet Finger. We're going to manicure it. We're going to keep it clean. We're going to make sure that there's no trash on the streets. We're going to make sure the buildings are made, the facades look good. And we're going to start that process right there on the corner of Foothill and Seminary. So I know MacArthur, won't you talk a little bit about, I think you already talked about the Vintage Inn used to be there, but tell me a little bit more about some of the other owners that live there, that are in that building, because I know you know everybody around there, some of the other businesses.
Well, one of the businesses we got it's a what you call a gift shop, a little gift shop where you go in and get little trinkets and stuff. We got a really, really good uh, uh, juice store where they serve natural juices, not slush, not smoothies, but real juice. When you go in and you ask for kale and spinach and beets and celery, oranges, apples, you get the juice. You don't get the pulp. You don't get all that ice. It's very good, and I've been since they've been there. I pretty much go in there every other day and get my juice, and I've been feeling really good from real juicing. And then next door to that, we have the Asian restaurant where they serve Asian cuisine right there on the corner of Seminary and Foothill. And then when you cross the street, you got Sweet Fingers. You got the Jamaican cuisine. And I mean, it's authentic. That Mr. Chef, they call him Chef Cliff, he is actually from Jamaica. And you got a whole culture, a whole different world of culture right there on Seminary. But you also got Walgreens where you can go get your medicine and you can get a variety of things that you need. You got the coffee shop. What's the name of the coffee shop? You go there all the time.
It's a grind. It's a
It's
grind
a
coffee
grind.
shop.
It's a
Yeah.
grind. Great coffee. Any kind of coffee you want to get. Next
Right.
door to that, you got the phone store where you can pick up your telephone. Then next door to that, you got a beautiful African doctor, and she's really into helping our people. When you go in there, she just takes her time, and she got 3 assistant doctors in there with her.
Right.
And I have changed. She is one of my doctors. I have 2, but I made sure I signed up with her because of the concern and the care that she gives to the
Right.
patients. And they do COVID shots, they do COVID testing, and then you got Bank of America right there. So I worked with a Desley and watched her have all that done. It took about 15 years for her to get that done.
Yeah.
She found
But you know something? I don't think anybody even knows that Bank of America is there. It's not really a full bank though. It's just an ATM machine right there, correct?
well, yeah, it's an ATM machine, but guess what? I don't have to run way down to Hagenberger or way up to MacArthur. I can walk across the street and do my banking.
Right, right,
And I
right,
bank at Bank of America. I have a Wells Fargo card and a couple of other cards. Capital One. I can use all of them and draw money or deposit money right there. Well, not deposit, but draw money right there. And
right,
that's
right.
super convenient for me. Instead of getting in my car and got to go all the way down to Hagenberger somewhere, or all the way up to MacArthur where I'm at right now, and
Yes,
and,
sir.
and it saves me time and money. So,
Okay. Well,
and
you know,
there's
let me just kind of jump in right quick because I want to just give the people an idea of what we're doing today. Just wanted to come on today and give you guys a little campaign update. We are actually 13 days from election day. We would that anybody. I think the time to vote register is over. I think you had until the 24th, which is a couple of days ago, to get your registration in. So if you've not registered for this vote. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to vote in this election. We do know that mail-in ballots went out, about a week and a half ago, the 15th, about 10 days, 11 days ago, the mail-in ballots went out. So we know that people are starting to cast votes as we speak. But we would that you guys would support us. We're going to be at Sweet Fingers on this Friday, which will be at the corner of Foothill and Seminary. Won't you come over to our town hall meeting that we're going to be doing? And after the election is over, we plan to continue meeting at Sweet Fingers. It's going to be a Friday night situation where you guys can come down. You can have a drink. They do have a bar. They have great Jamaican food. And the idea is we just want to have a place where the community can come together out in East Oakland. I know that in some of the areas in the West, they have a lot of collectives where the artists can meet. They've got collectives where people can do different things. And what I find is that in District 6 of East Oakland, there's really not a place where we can all come together socially. So that's what we were starting right there at Sweet Fingers, is a social gathering that's in District 6. We want it to be, it's already clean, but we're planning to make it cleaner. as clean as we possibly can. We want to make sure that that area is very safe, that we can bring our people, our friends and family into that area, because I know there are people, I've heard people say that they're scared to go out in Oakland. But we want you to feel comfortable coming down to Sweet Fingers. Sweet Fingers, they have great food there. You know, we're going to be doing campaign events there. We're inviting you guys, and that's on the corner of Seminary and Foothill. We're going to be doing a campaign meeting this weekend. It's going to be a town hall style meeting. You guys are all welcome. You do not have to live in District 6 to attend. It's an idea that we want to start getting the best of District 6 together, where we can get together socially. We can sit down and talk about ideas together. We can go over what we're doing in the community, because one of the things I did notice with our current city councilman, he didn't, I mean, I didn't know him. I never had access to him. I never really got the chance to talk to him until after the pandemic, when I decided to run. Then that's when I met him. But for the 3 years prior to me deciding to run for this office, I had not ever talked to him. I knew of him, but he was not readily available. So what I want to do as the council member for District 6, I want to be very visible. I want to be accessible, and we're going to be holding these town hall meetings every Friday. If you don't have anything to do on Friday evenings, which a lot of us don't, after we've worked a hard week, we know we don't have to go to work Sunday, Saturday, and you just want to have somewhere to come hang out with us at Sweet Fingers. The address is 5859 Foothill Boulevard. It's on the corner of Foothill and Seminary. And bring your ideas with you, bring your appetite. If you'd like to come down and have a beer with us, you can do that. But again, we have 13 days left to Election Day. We're still looking for some donations. If anybody can find it in their heart to donate to the campaign, we can use additional funds. Did I tell you also, just kind of breaking from that, did I talk to you about the video that we shot the other day with Kia Kroom?
No, you didn't tell me about that one.
Yeah. Well, I was a little concerned about it when we first did it. It didn't go as smoothly as I like, but when I reviewed the footage of it, it's a great interview. We're going to be releasing it, I'm hoping, within the next day or two at the most. And this is a video that just talks about some of the things that we want to do. It talks about my background. It talks about my time in the Navy. When I've been going around lately campaigning, people have been saying, Kenny, we didn't know you were in the Navy. I was like, wow. You know, I guess you make the assumption that people know you, but now people have really been getting to know, I came to Oakland in the Navy back in 82. And so we're 2022. So I've been here for 40 years. And now I'm stepping up to run for office because I believe the city could use my talents. Again, MacArthur, I just want to say thank you for stopping through today, man. We're not going to be on long. I just wanted to come on for a very quick minute. We've got a lot of stuff on my page today. I don't know, did you see the commendation I got from Los Angeles?
I've been working with my daughter all day. We've been to the dentist and the doctor. So I've been kind of, this is my daughter's day to day.
Right.
So
well, if you look on my page, there's a, we had our conference, California Association of Real Estate Broker conference last week, and it was down in Los Angeles at the LA airport near Inglewood. And as you know, I couldn't attend because of the campaign, but they brought back the accommodation for me. It's on my page, my Facebook page. And one of them is from the city of Inglewood. And it says, we, the mayor and council members of the city of Inglewood, California, join with the California Association of Real Estate Brokers in recognition of your dedicated service, contributions, and ongoing commitment to the goals of the organization. Honor you on this occasion for your 2022 California Real Estate Broker Conference. So that was something that Inglewood gave to me. And then the one I got from Los Angeles, pretty much. And the recognition I got from Los Angeles says, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles and the Ninth Council District, it is an honor to join with the California Associated Real Estate Brokers in recognizing you as a member of the Consolidated Realty Board, the California Realty Board of Realtors. It is with great honor and recognition you recognize you for your leadership, guidance, and contributions to the community. Congratulations. You know, man, that's from my hometown, y'all. You know, I finally made that home. You know, my folks have been all over it all day. I see my sisters, they've all
Yeah,
seen it, man. It's
yeah,
a great honor when you get people from your community to honor you, bro.
absolutely. I agree. I agree. But we look forward to you bringing you. Well, you've been here, but we look forward to you implementing all your real estate experience and brokerage in District 6, because
Yes,
that's the place where it's really needed. Like I've heard you say time and time again, the big part of the problem is homelessness.
right.
You know, when people live on the streets, of course you're gonna get trash on the streets. You know, when people live on the streets and don't have nowhere to go, of course they're gonna probably be doing crime to eat. So we got to implement your policies on building affordable housing, man. That's one of the
True,
things
no,
we need to
true
do.
affordable
And
housing.
also, I'd like to say this: we had, under the leadership of Desmond Brooks, we had a satellite office right there across the street from Six Fingers, where you're gonna have your satellite office in my building. And we had the Heartland Merchants Association, where we help people get grants and learn how to open small businesses, you know,
Right,
and be able to work together and keep our dollars circulating in the community. And me and you talked about that. That's
right,
one of the major things we're gonna implement again. And it all fell apart when Desley left office. But with you coming back into the community, and you have a satellite office right there in my building on Seminary Foothill, where people get access to you. Now people got more access to information and things they need to go forward with a small business. So
right.
we need you in the community District 6. And we don't need nobody coming down there for photo ops and then we don't see them again. And we need somebody like Desi that don't have a problem downtown speaking truth to power and making things happen. And I support you, and I know that you have the right criteria to make it happen.
Well, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. I like that when you start talking about having things there to help businesses grow. I just kind of had a thought about maybe we can get us some grant writers to move up into that area that can help some of the businesses in the community write grants for their businesses. We can even have accountants up there. So if you need an accountant for your business, he'll be there. We have office space for lawyers upstairs where we can have a small law firm up there or a Black-owned law firm right there in our community. We want to attract high-level businesses as well as businesses that provide services such as a barbershop, a hair salon, somewhere where you can get, we don't have a laundromat not a laundromat, but a cleaners on that side of town.
But
I mean, you
we
can,
have a laundromat right there.
we
We
have a
have a
laundromat, but we
laundromat.
don't have a cleaners.
No, have a cleaners.
The
No.
cleaners that we have is down on 68th and Bancroft, and that's where I take my stuff. But we want to have a cleaners right in that Black Wall Street area. And the idea is that we want to extend that. We're going to start there, but we want to start taking that thing east from there. We're going to go straight down Foothill Boulevard out to the San Leandro border, and we're going to start revitalizing the whole area. I don't know how that's going to look. We're going to start right at Seminary and Foothill. We're going to clean that up. We're going to clean it up where we don't have tire marks in the street, where we're not going to allow people to have no street shows on that street. All that street crap at that address is over once we get the election. And then we're going to also start working on some of these other side shows that are happening in our community, because that's a big problem as well with the side shows. Am I correct, MacArthur?
Well, I've had two limousines hit and a town car hit up there because of the sideshows.
Yeah. So we want to put a stop to that, or at least move it to a more safer place, where people could do it. We don't want to stop kids from doing what they like to do, but we want them to do it in a safer way where you're not breaking up people's property, you're not messing up our streets. Those tire marks over white lines looks horrible. I mean, now that when I'm walking the streets, one of the things that it just appalls me that they came and put in brand new streets out there, brand new white lines, and they weren't even out there a good day or two before they came and started spinning out in the middle of the street and messed up all the lines.
Well, we had put in a proposal to use property over by the Coliseum if they just want to, if they just feel they have a need to just do that. But it never formulated, as well as Larry Reed had put in a proposal to make 73rd all the way to San Leandro on East 14th a black business zone. Never got enough support. So we need support for the same things we trying to do up there on Seminary and Foothill.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get that support under my leadership in the area. I'm looking forward to it. I need all the votes we can get. We've got quite a few people in the room with us right now. And I want to listen, anyone that is living District 6, if you guys would consider picking me as your candidate. If you're not living in District 6 and you know someone in District 6, unfortunately, if you're not living here and registered to vote in District 6, you will not be able to vote for us. I've been getting calls from people in District 7 that want to vote for me, man. I can't think of the lady's name right now, but she called, said, man, I live on 84th and I want to vote for you. I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. We don't. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we had lost our
Okay,
audio. I can hear you.
I lost the audio for a minute. Hey, you guys, I see a whole bunch of people in the room with me right now. Man, thank you guys for coming by. We're coming on to give you guys an update on the campaign. Many of you guys know I'm out campaigning. This is my very first campaign, and we're campaigning for District 6 city councilman. It has been a blast thus far, although it is a lot of work. If anyone out there is thinking about trying this, don't try this at home, man, because it will wear you out. You were out with me the other day, yesterday, man. Why don't you tell them about your experience out on doors with me yesterday? How did people treat you out there?
Well, number one, I'm 69 years old, going on 70. But we was up and down them hills over there. What district was that we was in?
We was in District 6.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, what was that
area? No, Maxwell Park.
Maxwell Park. And I really tested my abilities for hours. But one thing I can say, I'm not an old 69, because if I was, I never would have been able to make them 3 hours walking up down them hills talking to everybody. But we got an excellent response, and we all split up. I had to call him and tell him, man, I got people over here on this street want to talk to you. And he was telling me he got people on that street he talking to. So everybody's enthused. They want to see a change. Well, they want to see somebody that really got their heart into the district, instead of just, a lot of campaign words, but no action, And I know this man is right there from the heart, because I got the heart for my district, and he got that same heart, and we can feel each other. So we was sweating. By the time we got through, my poor feet was hurting. But I enjoyed every minute. I was ready to go back out today.
Yeah. Well, you got a chance, man, because I'm going out. I've got a meeting here with Susie shortly, but I'm getting ready to be down on the Flatlands today. I'm going to be down over on 65th Avenue off of Arthur Street. I'm going to finish up all that. I've got to go over to 65th. I'm gonna stay out the hills today, brother. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna take you back to the hills with me since
Oh
you
no,
like them
I
so
don't.
much.
You know, I'm one. Now, Kenny, I tell you, at 69 years old, I could outdo a lot of youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Because I never let myself get out of shape.
Right.
So, I mean, I still have the age factor going on, but I push. I took
Yeah.
a lot of kids over to West Oakland to do a soccer game yesterday from East Oakland, District 6, across the street from Acts Full Gospel, your church. I took that school to do a soccer game against some kids from West Oakland yesterday. But I ran that track around, if you know how long them tracks is, while they
Right.
was
Right. Right.
warming up, I ran the track for about 6 laps. That's equivalent to almost 2 miles. So I had
Right.
to pat myself on the back, getting ready for the next Maxwell Park we finna do.
Well, we do need to go and finish Maxwell Park. We did about, I don't even think we did half of it, unfortunately. But you guys, let me we've got a lot of people in the room with me. Let me just give you guys an update on what we're doing today. This is kind of like my Wisdom Wednesday we do on Wednesdays. Today is Wednesday, but I just wanted to come and throw a little twist today and give you guys a little update on the campaign. Many of you guys know and you've read in the paper that I am campaigning for District 6 city councilman. I brought on one of my street generals, Mr. MacArthur. He also owns MacArthur Tours. He helps show, he's a chauffeur, transportation company. He does limousines. He does cars and town cars. If you guys have a need to rent a car,
any transportation need.
any transportation needs, you can call Mr. MacArthur. Mr. MacArthur, what's your phone number? Just so we can get it out there.
I'm right across the street from Sweet Fingers on Seminary and Foothill. My phone number is 510-692-2960. And I just have to pop my collar a little bit. I'm the one that drove Everett Jones all the way to Washington, D.C. in a bus to go to the Obama inauguration.
Right.
And that's the highlight of my career, taking them to the Obama inauguration.
I know that was a party, man. That had to be a party.
Man, that was so much fun. We had churches all the way down there stopping, and they was feeding us, and they was letting us rest and watch TV, you know. And when we got there, it was just a blast to see all them black people, you know, in mink coats and alligator shoes. And I mean, the cream of the crop, but everybody was welcome. Everybody was there.
Right. Well, you know, I was there during the first inauguration. Me and my son was there, and we were right on the front row. We got to see Obama walk right past us. Oh, my God, was it cold out there that day. I think it was like 19 or 20 degrees and something in Washington,
Everybody
D.C.
had
that day.
They had on mink coats and big coats. Yeah, but we had a good time. It was fun. We didn't even think about the weather too much. You know, we were dressed appropriate. But anyway, I was just saying that was one of my highlights of my bus career. But I've drove buses for the A's, the Giants, the 49ers. I've drove pretty much any entertainer you can name from Smokey Robinson on down. So I have a real vast career portfolio of driving. But, you know, I'm here to drive my community too. Like I said, I just took some kids from the school across the street from Acts Full Gospel to West Oakland, Wood Street Park. And we had a good time out there playing soccer.
Yeah, folks. Well, just for my folks that's here, I see a few people still in the room with us. Today, we're just giving you an update on the campaign. The one thing that I cannot tell you is where we stand right now. And it's driving me crazy too. I'm sure it drives you crazy too, MacArthur, because we don't have polls, or at least I've not been able to find a poll that is measuring the candidates in District 6. You know, so we just got to wait. And I know that there's some votes coming in. So we're looking for some information about where we stand right now. But I think, just from my perspective, I think that we got to be winning, man. It feels so good right now. Everywhere I go, it seems like people are pulling me. Kenny, we want to know. And that's a great sign of things to come, man. I know even yesterday you were talking about out talking to people. If you guys want to know, I've pretty much knocked all the doors up in the hills, like the real hills, like up in Ridgemont, up on Skyline, all those areas out there. I've knocked and put brochures on every one of the doors up there. We've also come down and did a lot in the Oakland Hills, right up below East Fork, right below 580. We're going to be hitting all the areas. They say that there's a total of 70,000 people that live in District 6. We have 24,000 that are registered to vote. And in the last election, there was only 15,000 people that registered to vote. And so our goal is like we have to get 50% of the vote, or we have to get close to that and then get a lot of second place votes. Because here in Oakland, we do what's called ranked choice voting. And that just means that they're going to count our first, second, and third votes. And however they tabulate it, you don't even have to get all of the first place votes to win. You can get a lot of second place vote win, and then you can still get a few first, and you can still win. It's a crazy system, but we have to play with the rules that they've given us. And so today I just brought on my street General MacArthur. He's a world-renowned driver, and he also is helping me with my street campaign around District 6. I had his old butt out with me knocking doors yesterday, and I know he had to go home and soak his foots. And but you know, I'm a little younger than you. I think you said you almost 70. I just turned 60. So you know, but I'm still spry, man. You saw me walking the hill.
Hey!
I hit that hill like it ain't nothing.
Old is just a number. It depends on how you live your life and how you take care of your. Let me show you something right there. You see that right there?
Yeah.
That's my 9-year-old.
Hi, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl.
Look, she went to hide.
I know she hide. She one of them. Huh? Don't want to be on TV.
But she keeps me young. She keeps me young every day. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna get out of here very shortly because I do got to get it. It's 5:00, almost 5. About time to go and get on some doors today. I'm gonna be down today. I'm getting ready to go and hit what is that, 67th Avenue. We're gonna hit 60. I think I just did 67th, 68th, and then we're gonna check over 66 and go because I've already done 65th Havens Court. We're gonna go over to 65th, 66, and 67 avenues are where we're going to be today. If anybody wants to come out and help, you're welcome to give me a call, 510-290-7990. You can text me or you can call me. I'm going to be out on the street in about, hopefully by 5:30, I'll be out on the street. But again, the campaign is going well. If you guys would like to donate to the campaign, you can go to my go to my Facebook page. There's plenty of places where you can look for the donation button. It says I've donated to Kenny today, or you've donated to the campaign. We still are taking donations so that we can get our last push ready. We've got one large push that's going to come. We're hoping next week where we're just going to be. We got some videos, some stuff coming out online. And all that's going to cost money. The more money we can raise, the more people that we can try to attract to that. So if you guys got $5 or $10, $50, $100, please donate those funds to us because we can't come out of our own pocket. There's only a certain amount of money that we can contribute to the campaign as being the candidate. We have to be able to raise money, and that's one of the things that they're gauging by, you know. And one of the things it's all public knowledge what we have. My opponent, the last time I checked, our last file, he had $46,000, and the last time I had $8,000. We're up to about, I think today we're closer to 12,000 or so. But again, I'm working against the establishment. You know, we're talking about unions. We're talking about endorsements. We're talking about a lot of that, and so there's a lot more than money that these people are giving him and help. They're giving him call services and all that. But we're gonna beat the socks off of him anyway, MacArthur, because we're gonna get we stirring it up real good. Hey, what did you think about last night? last night at the mayoral forum before we get out of here. What'd you think about the mayor, the choices? Who did you like?
Well, I have to say, my choice is you for District 6 and Miss Reed for mayoral position, the mayor's position. I really like Larry Reed's daughter. She
Yeah,
spoke from the heart like you did, and I could feel her concern and her love for her people and her community.
yeah,
Instead of just knowing a bunch of big words to say and being able to woo the audience like an entertainer does. You
right.
know, you can tell when somebody is really talking from their heart and they believe and feel and love everything they saying. I can decide. I can discern. So I say you and
Reva.
Larry Reed's daughter was really on point. All the candidates was okay. I don't have nothing against none of the candidates, but I go off what I feel and how people talk and how they make me feel like they really into what they doing. That's what
Right,
I go off instead of just a bunch of campaign speech, big words that you learn in college and you learn how to put them together
right.
and make people listen.
Well,
Like
I
feel
thought she
some
was the
heart.
most authentic. I thought she was the most authentic too, and I've seen her. I've seen her on several forums that we've been on together. But yesterday she really came with the fire, But when you're in front of your people, a lot of times you can relax a little bit and do what you do. But when you're in front of other persuasions, myself, you tend to, yeah, at least I do. I tend to. I don't want to say clam up, but I can't really all the way be the way I am, because some white folks think the way I talk is I'm mad or when people say, man, that's my passion. So
Well,
sometimes I have to change to like this. Yeah,
they've been pushing that lie for the longest. Oh, the
right,
angry black man. Yeah,
right.
why we can't be angry? Look at them people that stormed the Capitol, but they didn't call them angry.
Right,
They went to talk about they was all patriots and they was there on a nice tour. But as soon
right.
as a black man go to voicing his opinion and expressing himself how he feel, oh, the angry black man. Watch out for the angry black man. Well, we need to stop letting them do us like that.
Well, to some extent, you can't stop it because I had at that forum we went to. It wasn't the East Bay Times. We did, I think it was the East Bay Times, but they came out with an article that totally obliterated me. They put Yapasapa. Okay, I'm not gonna try to do his name on TV because he might hear it, and I've had them complaining about some of my posts. So I'm gonna be nice about it. But his name is
Yapasuri, I
Yapasua.
think that's how you say it.
Yapasua
Yapasuri.
Gaba Bobo Gaba something. Well, anyway, he's on the panel. Myself, Kevin Jenkins, and a lady by the name of Nancy. Well, they put me in the fourth position. They put Yapa Sousa in first position. They put Nancy. They put Kevin in second position. They put Nancy in third position, and they put me in fourth. And I was like, "What was y'all watching?" I don't think that they didn't see the whole thing or something. They put me in dead last, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just people's opinions. But again, that's a white writer, and that was his take on it. What he said is that I'm gonna hire too many consultants. He said that I don't, what did he say? He said Kenny is gonna look for other people to answer his questions. And I'm like, man, ain't that what people do? Do you think that Obama sit up and read every report that comes across his desk? No, he's got advisors that go read that stuff and they advise him of what it says and they taking a position on it and he moves on it. When you're the leader or the boss, you have good people around you. And I think that's what I said. Then I'm going to put some smart people around me, some people that I know are smarter than me, so that we be making smart, intelligent decisions. And I mean, so what? I mean, I didn't see nothing wrong with that. But Homeboy said, I'm going to go and get other people. And that's why I was fourth.
Well, in my business experience, I've always, from all my teachers and all the people that I knew that I listened to, have always told me, in my business, you learn a couple of parts of your business, and you have people surrounding you that you can help you with the rest. Because
Right.
there's no such thing as one person running a business and he knows everything. I wouldn't care what kind of degree you got. You're
Right.
gonna need counsel, you're gonna need ideas, and you're gonna need people to help you extend what you're doing. So all that, a lot of time people be talking out of their personal little racism or whatever, you know. And
Well,
of
but
course they got,
let me say real quick. I read a book one time called The E Myth. It's by Michael Gerber, and it talks about how to run a business. And he talked about a story about a lady who had these great cookies. She was great at baking cookies, so she opened up a store to make cookies and bread and all that. And so every night she would get off at 4 o'clock in the morning. She would go home and sleep for 2 hours, and then she had to be back to work at 6 or 7. And she did that for year after year after year. When he basically came and said, when you're a businessman, you don't work as heavily in your business as you work on your business. And so as a city councilman, I want to be working on stuff instead of working in it. Because when you get in it, you have to touch every piece of paper. But when you work on it, you have other people that touch the paper and they debrief you on what it is, the parts that you need to know. And so when somebody came and said that, I'm going to be getting too much outside influence, if you will, I thought it was a joke, man. Who do you know in any high power position? Like, even a businessman has a secretary. Even I have an administrative assistant. I don't do everything. I mean, that's her job, is to do all that stuff, and just let me do what
well,
I do best.
I need to just say this, even though I hate to call this dude's name, but I seen Donald Trump do a lecture one time, and part of the lecture said that he admitted that he didn't know a lot of stuff. He said, but I got 5 buttons on my desk that people work in my office, and when I don't know something, I got all them buttons labeled, and I can push the button that I need advice on, and they coming straight to my office. Now I heard that from Donald Trump, and I'm not a fan of his at all, you
Right.
know. But I mean,
But
I've heard that.
he's a
I
pretty
just
good
use his
businessman.
name because people are familiar with his name. But I listen at different speakers on the internet that talk about how you run a successful business, and it ain't because you do everything by yourself.
Right. You can't do that. In fact, that's the part of people's failure, is not to hire or growing your business. The only way you grow your business is you distribute the task among many people instead of having one person doing everything. You have 10 people doing 10 different things that make the one. And you can't micromanage those people. You have to train them in what you want them to do, and then once you train them, then what we do is we manage them. And that's what a leader does. A leader is just a manager of the process, it's a manager of the work. And we basically are hiring other people, because I know once I get on the city council, I'm going to have to hire a whole staff around me to help me
Of
with
course
all the
you
things
will.
that we need to do.
I think
So,
Obama got about 40, 50 people on his staff. I mean, not Obama, Biden.
yeah. Well,
And
that's what.
in every area he needs to know something about, he can call one I'm in.
Right. And that's good leadership, you guys. So again, today, for the people that have just left here, thank you guys for coming by today. We just wanted to do a quick campaign update. I've not really been coming on very much doing Wisdom Wednesdays or any other shows as of late, because my campaign has to be kind of condensed, and I have to be watch what kind of sound bites I put out, because all that is a part of it. They try to cut and dice up things against you. So this is one of those times where we're just letting our hair down and come on to let you guys know I'm running for District 6 City Council in the city of Oakland. That covers from Skyline Boulevard and Skyline High School all the way down to like the estuary and the Coliseum. So if we talk about the District 6, the Oakland Coliseum is in District 6, and Skyline High School up in the hills is in District 6, to give you a vast understanding of how big the area is. But anyway, that's what we're running for. All those that are in District 6, if you know one's in District 6, please give them a call. Let them know that I'm running, and ask them to vote for me. We're up against the establishment. Let's just call it like it is. As someone who's raised a lot of money, and money can buy the elections. Okay, that's why they have campaign finance laws. They have campaign finance limitations, and so that you can't put more money. Somebody can't just come dump $1 million in our account. The maximum donation for this race is $900. The lowest is $1. But I wouldn't send $1 because I think if you sent $1, they're gonna probably take that in fees off the top. Because I think we pay 3% of all donations to the national, the Democratic National Party or something, because the tool that we use comes from them, and all the money goes through there, and I think they take a portion of it because we're Democrats, and I think the Republicans do something very similar to that. In fact, I was so surprised that a lot of the stuff that we use, like there's a space called PDI. It's called Political Data Information, and they only sell that information to Democrats. If you're a Republican, you can't get that. You can't get that. The same thing with our fundraising tool. It's called Act Blue. As you guys know, Democrats is specifically blue, and the Republicans are more like red. So ours is for the Democrat fundraising site is called Act Blue, and a Republican can't raise money on that platform. It's kind of crazy, but that's just how politics is. And if you get into this, you really start to understand how a lot of this stuff works. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here right now because we got to get ready to go hit some doors. MacArthur, thanks for coming through. Thank you, baby girl in the back seat. Can she hear me? Thank you, baby girl. Thank you, baby girl. Yeah, there she go with her pretty self. Anyway, you guys, thank you guys. Follow me. Like my page, just go to Kenny's session for District 6. Make sure you sign up for that page. We're also going to start preparing. We're going to have to start preparing what we're going to do for the victory party, bro. We getting close to it. We're going to be planning the victory party. I'm hoping you guys will come out and join us. We are not planning on losing. It's going to be at Sweet Fingers. We can tell you that. The party, after on election night, probably the 8th. It's going to be December the 8th, the night of the December the 8th. We probably will be around Sweet Fingers, hanging out, watching the results come in. Won't you guys come down and join us? Have a beer with me. Come down and you know, if you smoke cannabis, there'll be a cannabis area out in the back somewhere for y'all, and y'all come down and hang out. That's going to be November the 8th. In the meantime, this Friday, we will also be at Sweet Fingers this Friday from 6 to 9 o'clock. We're doing a meet and greet. If you'd like to just come down and meet and hang out and go over some of the ideas that we have, I will be there from 6 to 9 o'clock this Friday. I will also be there 6 to 9 o'clock next Friday. And then on the 8th, we're going to be having a victory party at Sweet Fingers. So again, you guys come hang out with us. We're going to revitalize District 6. I'm coming to bring some energy, bring some life out here. And hey, hopefully you guys will come and hang out with us. All right. MacArthur, thanks, man. I appreciate the work you do for the campaign.
Let's have love for self and kind. Family first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. God bless you guys. We'll see y'all on the other side. Hey, if you want to volunteer for the campaign, Saturday morning, we're going to be at It's a Grind on Foothill and Seminary. Or if you'd like to call and register, call 510-568-4200 if you'd like to volunteer to come and hit doors for the campaign. I think we got about almost 1,500 flyers left that need to go out. We're going to do those between now and the 8th. Hopefully somebody can come down or call me. Any of my friends out there, call me, say, Kenny, I want to help you get out some of these flyers. And I'll tell you where I'm at. Tonight, I'm going to be on 65th Avenue. I'm going to be on 65th, 66th, and 67th right around the 15 to 1600 block. If you guys want to come down, I'll be down there. I'm getting ready to go put my tennis shoes on right now. MacArthur, you have a great evening, man. Love you, boy. Appreciate you. Hey, y'all, vote on November the 8th.
My daughter, Freedom, says you have a blessed evening, too.
Yeah, ma'am, Freedom. She didn't say that. You better say that to me.
You better say that.
You better say that.
Look,
Say, hey, Uncle Kenny.
Go to hide.
Go to hide and say, yes, Uncle Kenny. All right, y'all,
say
we
yes,
out of here. I got to go get these flyers. I got 1,200 flyer brochures to put out on doors, so I got to get out of here. Peace and blessings to you all. Bye-bye.
Peace and blessings to you and to all.